This is a charge nurse report sheet I used to develop to ensure that the report was efficient and would be safely handed off from one nurse to the next. We'll start in the first column here to insert our patient's first and last name, age, sex, and then also one of the leading indicators we had at this time was whether they had an admission order or not. And so they would check that. If an admission order was not present, it would flag it as red. If it was properly documented as having an admission order, it would turn the field green, which we'll see here soon. Notice how it's red because there is no admission order. The rest of these fields are relatively self-explanatory. You'll notice that on each one of the yellow columns there's a conditional field, and that's purposeful so that it populates properly on the stat sheet, which we'll go over in just a little bit. What you'll notice in this field were all core measures met yet. Depending on yes or no would depend on the color of that particular cell. Notice how it turns red because it needs to be met yet. This section here is a process improvement section that we were going over at the time. Transfer a patient into a different room. To do this, we click the transfer for the patient room, going from 5100 to 5102, and we hit the transfer patient button. We want to make sure that that's definitely what we want to do, because if there's a patient in 5102, it's going to wipe out everything that they have in their row. Put in the patient's name, age, sex, and if they have their admission orders done. It's just part of the program. We've now successfully transferred them from 5100 to 5102. Now if we want to clear out 5100, we can reset the whole row by hitting the reset button. It'll double check to make sure that you do, and there it's reset. Now this page is the stat sheet. The stat sheet pulls in information from the charge nurse sheet, information that is needed in the daily safety call for the organization. There are several other features that are incorporated into this that I'm not going to go over here, but all of this information is given to be included in the safety call every day and to let this manager know what is going on the floor and have it in paper form.